2020 is tomorrow morning, so that means that what we have not done yet, it will not still be on January 2020. And as I see the situation, most of the vessels at this moment has changed, has installed or scrubbers, or they will change to low sulfur fuel. Only few of them, at least that's what's happened in Barcelona, has moved to LNG, but very few vessels has this movement. There are other solutions like Grimaldi ferries that they will use batteries during their stage in port, that they are batteries will charge during the trip, and in port they will be connected. But mainly, business will be as usual, only with a different kind of fuel. In a medium term, things will change. LNG will take more advantage. There will be more vessels with LNG. In maybe 5 years or something like that, hydrogen or hydrogen transporters will be started to use. And then there will be a mix of fuels to deal with this situation or the sustainability of the maritime transport. But I don't know, and this is like a crystal ball to try to know it, what will be the mix in the future. The biggest challenge for the future is energy transition. It's related with the previous question. There will be new fuels like LNG, it's existing yet, but hydrogen, ammonia, synthetic hydrocarbons, and so on. And as a port, we should be able to provide everything. So that means to invest in some new technologies, some new sources, power to ship, and so on. And that means that we have to diversify our sources of bunkering for vessels. And it's not easy to do that, because each new source means huge investments. As an example, we are thinking in electrifying all our wharves. That means more or less between 60 million euros or 100 million euros. And this is only one of the possibilities we have to implement. If you are talking about other fields or something like that, you are talking also about huge investments. And okay, we have to do it, but in 2020, we have to finish our strategic plan, our new strategic plan. It will be based in sustainability, probably. So we are writing now, but sustainability is a hot topic. So we will start with this project of electrification. We will finish our strategic plan, and then we will have an idea of how we want to face the future, because this is this new strategic plan that has to be finished next year considers the period 2021-2025. But we will develop also a vision for 2040. That means that we consider that we have to see in the long term in order to define a strategy to reach this long term. And when talking about port cycle of life, I mean the time between you decide for a new infrastructure to the moment in which it's useful for or it's under operation, maybe it takes 10 years, 12 years, sometimes 15 years. So a strategic plan for 5 years is useless at all. So you have to look at the long term and then try to define a strategy to reach this long term. This is an interesting question, but I will not be very disruptive, because probably everybody will answer the same technologies. No. First one, I think that many ports are working on digital twins, and I think that will be a very good technology in order to simulate and to manage operations, the management of operations and maintenance of port activities. Second one is blockchain. Blockchain is a very promising technology. The only question is that it was also a very promising technology last year, and it was a very promising technology the year before last one. So I hope that finally in the next year or in the next 2 years we have some concrete applications linked to blockchain to say, okay, this is the technology we need. No? IoT, of course, we will still invest in sensors and so on. But I think that we are moving a little bit from the traditional IoT technologies, and now there is a promising new technology, not always well mentioned. It's video analytics. Many times you can substitute a sensor for a video camera with some analysis of the image. A thermal camera, for example, can show the temperature in surrounding, and if something happens, it appears in the camera. So you can use this kind of technologies in order to substitute some IoT devices. Not everything, but we are starting to test these kind of things. Of course, terminal automation. Our container terminals are quite automated, but we have to move the rest of the terminals, I mean bulk terminals, ferries, and so on, and put the same kind of automation that now exists in the container terminal. So this is the next step for terminal automation.